Now at 6:30, 4 businesses on Nelsonville's public square are closed after a building wall collapsed. What this means for the city's historic downtown area. Plus,
this whole thing about shutting down DHS to prove a point, I think it's political theater, to be honest with you.
The Department of Homeland Security is closed amidst a battle over how the Trump administration conducts immigration enforcement efforts. And in sports, Sacramento State is set to join the Mid-American Conference as a football-only member. Newswatch starts right now. Good evening, I'm Serenity Prophet. Welcome to Newswatch. You're looking live at Nelsonville's public square, which has a section blocked off after the partial collapse of a building. A wall of the Mine Tavern collapsed yesterday, causing major damage and closing the town square. The city says the area is still structurally unsafe. Newswatch reporter Haley Richardson is there with the latest.
Serenity, the Mine Tavern as well as neighboring businesses remain closed until the structure is fixed. The city released its official structural assessment just hours ago, saying the building poses a hazard to residents and businesses until the problem remains addressed. The Nelsonville Fire Department responded yesterday morning to a partial wall collapse at the Mine Tavern. The mine and surrounding businesses, the Rhapsody Restaurant, Fullbrooks Cafe, and Dew House apartments are closed until further notice. Dew House residents were evacuated. Nelsonville's public square is still partially closed, with pedestrians and drivers asked to stay away from the east side. Local business owners say despite the closure, a large outpouring of community support has made all the difference.
Our community came together, and that's something that I want to see every day. There is nothing that needs to divide us to the point where we can't come together on any given day like this. The square means a lot to the people of Nelsonville, so this is something that all of us would like to see shored up, rebuilt, and better than ever, because it's part of who we are here.
The mine has not announced next steps in the repair process. Also tonight, Nelsonville Statutory Council is meeting at 7 p.m. in the conference room at the Lodge at Hawken College. This is the first of 3 meetings set for this week, with 2 more set for tomorrow and Wednesday night, also at 7 p.m. to pass this council's first ordinances. You can tune in tomorrow night for updates on the mine collapse as well as on the council's ordinances. Reporting for Newswatch, I'm Haley Richardson, live in Nelsonville.
Thanks, Haley. Now taking a look at our local weather, let's toss it over for what you need to know.
Yeah, Serenity, we have seen those temperatures as we've gone throughout the night, going into those below freezing temperatures, but as we've made it throughout the day, we made it to our highest temperature here of almost 50, and we'll continue to get warmer as we head along just from this cloud, this moisture that is going to be making its way through from the Midwest that is going to give us some rain, some clouds, and some higher temperatures. So we're going to be seeing currently out there, we are at 47 degrees, overcast skies, a little bit of wind making it a little bit colder out there. But we are just going to be seeing those temperatures increase. You'll see tonight that overnight low of 33. We are not going to be below freezing until looking like this weekend. There is a chance for some patchy fog tonight, and that can continue into tomorrow morning. So save a couple extra minutes for your commute. And as we head into the next 3 days, you're going to see those 60s on here. But we do have a good chance for some significant rain as we see into the weekend. I'll be talking about that in my full forecast. Let's take it back over to Serenity.
Thanks. U.S. Representative Joyce Beatty says she will donate campaign contributions from Ohio billionaire Les Wexner to local organizations supporting survivors of sex trafficking. The announcement comes as Ohio Senator John Husted and Bernie Moreno continue to face scrutiny for accepting donations from Wexner just last year. Wexner is currently under fire for his relationship with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. According to the Federal Elections Commission, Beatty received more than $60,000 from Wexner since joining Congress in 2013. Other Ohio lawmakers, including Representative Mike Carey and Senator Michael Reynolds, are also pledging to donate contributions. As the search for Nancy Guthrie enters its third week, law enforcement is confirming they've uncovered DNA and multiple pieces of evidence, despite having no identified suspects or person of interest. Leah Waldman has the latest on the investigation.
To whoever has her or knows where she is, it's never too late.
Savannah Guthrie making a new plea to her mother, Nancy Guthrie's apparent kidnappers. It's never too late to do what's right.
We believe in the essential goodness of every human being.
This weekend, the FBI says a glove recovered near the home by investigators believed to visibly match the one worn by a masked individual seen on doorbell camera video has DNA. It's currently undergoing forensic testing in an effort to identify a potential suspect.
These are very, very strong and definitive updates.
Experts say the DNA will be run through criminal databases to determine if it matches a known criminal. Authorities will also likely be submitting the evidence to third-party DNA mapping services offered to the public. Neighbors within a 2-mile radius of Guthrie's home are still being asked to submit any surveillance camera footage to authorities. CNN previously reported the FBI was fully engaged in offering resources to local authorities by February 2nd. However, one neighbor wonders if that help came too late.
The sheriff is a very experienced veteran of law enforcement, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he's experienced with what this case is all about. And I mean, I feel like they invited the FBI in, or the FBI came in pretty quickly, but maybe it wasn't quite quickly enough.
Coming up, the Department of Homeland Security is shut down amidst a funding battle in Congress. And young adults should keep an eye out for warning signs of a cancer that is the #1 killer for adults under 50.
And we have some rain, but some warmer temperatures on the way. I'll get into that next on Newswatch.
To be seen in the company of the illustrious Forsytes, who wouldn't leap at the chance.
This is our moment, a golden opportunity.
They might speed you on your way to the fulfillment of your desires.
To love and be loved, to trust and be trusted, to dance.
It will be a dance.
On Masterpiece.
What's all this?
It's for the Derby Nativity play.
Right. There's still a bit of work to do.
The show must go on.
Hilda, this is for your own good.
This is our first Christmas back together in a long while. The prize is a turkey.
All Creatures Great and Small, the season finale on Masterpiece.
Sunday at 9 on WOUB.
There's much about me that you don't know. It's quite the adventure. Shall we?
Hi, I'm Paula Kerger, President and CEO of PBS. It's been a challenging year for PBS, but your commitment to PBS and this local station reminds us why public media matters. Because of you, we're able to show up for our communities, informing, educating, and inspiring us all, now and for the future. Thank you.
Every now and then, an essay continues to speak to people.
Henry David Thoreau wrote about the impact of industrialization on nature and society. He tried to live a simple and intentional existence.
I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately.
Thoreau says you can't even ask the deep questions if you don't stop to figure out what the deep questions are.
Congress is out of town, and a deadlock over funding the Department of Homeland Security continues with little progress in negotiations. Funding lapsed over the weekend as Democrats and Republicans debate immigration reforms. Karen Kafa has the latest.
Border Czar Tom Homan said frozen funding for the Department of Homeland Security won't impact the Trump administration's immigration enforcement operations.
The immigration mission, the reason why President Trump was elected to be president, continues.
Senate Democrats withheld support of a funding package in the wake of the shooting deaths of Alex Preddy and Renee Good by federal immigration agents in Minneapolis last month.
We have a rogue agency. Why don't we rein them in?
That's what the American people are asking Republicans.
Democrats want reforms, including tighter parameters around search and arrest warrants and requiring immigration and customs enforcement agents to wear body cameras and remove masks.
They are smashing in windows, dragging people out of cars, breaking into people's homes without warrants. We need protection against that.
Republicans note ICE is already funded via last summer's so-called Big Beautiful Bill, and other DHS agencies will feel the shutdown's brunt.
This whole thing about shutting down DHS to prove a point, I think it's political theater, to be honest with you.
Meanwhile, Homan said he's boosted internal affairs personnel in Minnesota to investigate misconduct allegations among immigration enforcement officers.
I said I was bringing in more internal affairs officers to review the allegations, and those allegations are now being investigated.
Most DHS personnel are considered essential, meaning they're on the job but without pay until a funding agreement is reached. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
You know, we're starting to see a little bit warmer weather. As it was warm this weekend, it wasn't that bad today. Is this going to continue on?
Oh yeah, it's going to get warmer. If anything, it's kind of like a full spring. I know it feels like it's February. We should be inching closer to it, that springtime temperatures, and we are going to feel that in full swing as we head into the rest of this week. You'll see on that local radar now, no rain quite yet. We'll have some dense clouds as we head into these next couple of days. Our temperatures all throughout southeast Ohio still into those mid to low 40s. You're seeing Athens right now 47 as we head a little bit more north. Lancaster 45, Columbus right now 43, and as you head more south into those 50s, and we'll be getting into those 60s here shortly. Currently, like I said, 47. It is going to be a little bit windy, and that wind will continue into the next few days, and we're going to be seeing that humidity, 80%. That'll continue to rise. We're having a big push of some moist air that'll be bringing us some midday showers as we head into the later half of our week. But still for tonight, we are going to be a little bit cooler. We're going to be at 33 with some patchy fog out there. So we will have a little bit of a chance for some patchy fog for your morning commute. But what is headed for us is this system that is going to be bringing a lot of rain that it will be hitting kind of in sporadic patches. So right now we're hitting right where we're having that high pressure system, and we'll zoom into that. We'll see that the high pressure is going to be pushing away any real big chance for some rain as we head into tonight and into tomorrow morning. But we'll see that moisture continuing 24 hours ahead. There is still a chance for some pretty dense clouds out there, and you'll see that for tomorrow, we're going to have that high of 57, almost to 60, but that low is a lot warmer. We're looking at 13 degrees warmer for our temperature low, and our temperature lows are going to continue to get warmer out there. So if any snow is still on the ground where you're at, that will be fully melting as we head into the weekend. We're going to have this rain start to creep in as we head into your Wednesday. So if you need to do anything outside, tomorrow's the day to do it, because as we head midday for your Wednesday, that's whenever a big portion of this rain is going to be moving in, and we will be kind of right below that line of freezing. So we'll have that big push of some very warm air, and if anything north of Ohio will be getting some snow, and anything lower will be getting that good chance of rain. We'll be seeing that Thursday, 40% chance of rain. That is looking like it'll be into the later half of your night. And then Friday, partly sunny. There is a chance for some more rain as we head into the weekend, but you'll see those temperatures, they'll be trailing off. So you will need to head outside if you can these next few days. We're going to be seeing in our 7-day outlook those chance for some higher temperatures Wednesday, Thursday, 64. There is a chance that it gets even warmer on our Thursday. You'll have to stick back with us. And then Friday, partly sunny skies, still going to be continuing having having a good portion of moisture. So there is a chance for some rain Friday into your Saturday. And then Saturday, that's whenever a good portion of that warmth will be going away, and those temperature lows going back into the 20s. So if anything, this is more just a sneak peek of some spring, because next week it'll definitely be feeling like winter once again.
Thanks. Colorectal cancer is now the deadliest cancer for U.S. adults under the age 50. Health experts say there are 5 main warning signs of this disease that you should never dismiss. Mandy Gaither goes over those red flags and explains how one action can detect cancer and help prevent.
It continues to be a concerning trend. Colorectal cancer is killing more young adults, with death rates rising in those under age 50 by more than 1% every year for more than 20 years, advancing this disease from the 5th most common cause of cancer death in the early to mid-90s to the most common in those under age 50 in 2023.
This is really an outlier and really something that needs significant attention.
Dr. William Dayhut with the American Cancer Society says deaths are declining for other cancers in young adults. It's only colorectal cancer deaths that continue to rise. There are 5 warning signs that many may dismiss: persistent abdominal pain, rectal bleeding, persistent diarrhea or constipation, unexplained weight loss, and iron deficiency anemia, often caused by hidden blood loss leading to fatigue and weakness.
Young people should not ignore any symptom that they find unusual, and that if they see their physician and they're told they're too young to have a problem, they probably need to see somebody else.
Dayhut says about half of the colorectal cancer deaths in young adults are in those between the ages of 45 and 49, and screening is lowest in that age group. A colonoscopy can find polyps which can turn into cancer and get rid of them.
If those polyps are removed, that reduces or can eliminate the risk of cancer from those polyps.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Next in sports, earlier today, the Mid-American Conference announced that Sacramento State will be joining the league as a football-only member starting in July. Find out how much the school is paying and what it means for other MAC schools when we return.
Next time on Antiques Roadshow, master gardeners have green thumbs, but who has the Midas touch when it comes to choosing treasures?
Everything about this just screams quality.
Holy! Wow, I am shocked.
You guys really like to go for the shock value, don't you?
This is a wonderful window into the early work of Warhol.
Don't miss Antiques Roadshow, Coastal Maine Botanical Gardens, Hour 1.
Tonight at 8 on WOUB.
In this episode, musicians Lizzo and Flea uncover their roots. What's it like to see that?
I love it.
Please turn the page.
Oh!
We have never seen anything like this. Never.
This is wild.
Someone I never knew. You just feel like you know him a little bit. It's family.
The smallest things had to happen for me to be sitting here today.
Absolutely.
And I'm glad they did.
Tuesday at 8 on WOUB.
Can you feel the moment?
The American Revolution changed the world.
With a story unfolds.
Everybody had the sense of possibility worth fighting for.
What took place here still leaves us in awe.
We can work towards equality together.
Wow, this is the missing piece. Incredible.
To confront these figures from ancient history is a great privilege.
Our history tells us who we are, where we came from.
And it's all connected. Like links in a chain. Like links in a chain, yeah.
All I can do is say thank you.
Wow, this is phenomenal.
I'm really grateful for this.
Happy Monday and welcome into sports. I'm Andrew Bowlby. Well, it is official. The Mid-American Conference announced today that Sacramento State will be joining the conference as a football-only member starting July 1st. The school is set to pay around $18 million to join the conference. Sac State will make the jump up to the FBS level after being part of the Big Sky Conference at the FCS level since 1996. The team has won 7 conference championships and made the FCS playoffs 4 times from 2019 to 2023. The school will pay over $23 million total, including fees to both the Mid-American Conference and the NCAA. For what this means for other MAC teams, it's going to be a big bump in travel. Ohio is an average of 315 miles from the current MAC members, but when Sac State joins this summer, they're going to be over 2,400 miles from the conference's newest member. That will add a significant trip to the schedule if Ohio has to go out to California this season. Ohio men's basketball is gearing up for a big week with really two must-win games as the regular season is winding down. The Bobcats dropped the Battle of the Bricks Friday night, falling to Miami 90-74. Simply put, Ohio was just not good enough defensively to win this game. Miami, they shot the lights out as they have all season long en route to the 16-point win. Ohio made a few pushes throughout this game, but they just didn't have enough to keep up with Miami's offense. And head coach Shep Bull spoke about Miami's program and what they've accomplished during their unprecedented season.
Obviously, they deserve it, and I think Travis has done a great job. I'm not sure what they brought back, 7 of their top 8 guys. You know, they obviously have the resources financially to be able to do that. And that, you know, consistency is big. You know, to have that returning group come in, and you know, everyone talks about the lack of non-conference schedule, but they won those games. They built confidence.
And now you're seeing the MAC standings as they sit now. Ohio has a really great opportunity facing two teams this week that are likely not going to be headed to Cleveland for the MAC tournament. And with a pair of wins this week, Ohio would be able to take a big step into officially punching their ticket to the conference tournament. And you can also really see that the top 8 in the conference have separated themselves from the rest. So the regular season at this point, it's coming down to a battle for seeding. For women's basketball, the Bobcats got a second straight win Saturday afternoon over Kent State, 71-61, improving their MAC record to 9-4. Ellie Garnett, Bella Rinaldo, and Monica Williams all scored in double figures to lead the Bobcats to the win. Ohio led this game by 23 points at halftime, but only ended up winning by 10. Kent State made a really good run to get back in this game, but they just couldn't complete the comeback. Ohio now has back-to-back wins after losing 4 or 5 games, and that positive momentum is really big down the stretch as Ohio looks to improve their seed in the MAC tournament. Currently, the Bobcats sit at 5th and would play Central Michigan in the tournament. They're 2 games ahead of 6th place Toledo. They still have games against Ball State and Miami at the top of the conference. So there's an opportunity to change what seed they'll take into Cleveland. Their only game this week will be on the road against a struggling Akron team on Wednesday night. The Ohio baseball season kicked off over the weekend with new head coach Andrew C. getting his first career victory with the Bobcats. Ohio took on Murray State on the road and dropped the first 2 games of this series, but the second game of the Sunday doubleheader sees Bobcats won 15-13, earning their first win of the season. The Bobcats will be at Tennessee Tech this upcoming weekend for 4 games against the Golden Eagles, and then the following weekend, the Bobcats will have their home opener against Dayton on the 27th. That's all we have for sports. Let's go back over to Serenity.
Still ahead this weekend was Valentine's Day, and these tree huggers at the Lake Hope State Park were feeling the love.
During the civil rights years, the Black-Jewish Alliance reached its peak. I grew up watching it happen.
I'll never forget those students came in droves to the South to register Black people to vote.
By the late 60s, the once celebrated bond had begun to fray.
Jews were doing better economically than African Americans.
You had Black people saying, we need our own elected officials.
Tuesday at 9 on WOUB.
Now streaming on the PBS app, the definitive collection from Emmy-winning scholar Henry Louis Gates Jr. From full seasons of Finding Your Roots.
These are your immigrant ancestors.
Oh my goodness.
To acclaimed documentaries.
Black Americans created a world behind the veil.
Discover the incredible history that connects us all. Stream the Henry Louis Gates Jr. collection now with Passport on the PBS app.
On Secrets of the Dead, did Maria Anna Mozart contribute to her brother Wolfgang's earliest works?
300 years later, people are still listening to Mozart.
Perhaps Wolfgang wrote the melody and she orchestrated the whole thing. I think it's safe to say it was a collaboration.
What we would have to find is her music calligraphy on a first draft.
Mozart's Sister on Secrets of the Dead.
Wednesday at 10 on WOUB.
You know, Valentine's Day, that was this weekend. I went out to eat. What did you do?
I actually had dinner at home, had a really good vodka pasta dinner. It was phenomenal.
Ooh.
Yeah, I went out as well. It was feeling a lot warmer out there. I was feeling a little under the weather, if you couldn't tell by my voice a little bit, but it was a very nice day.
Yes, yeah. I kind of actually had pasta too, so that's really good. Yeah. And Lake Hope State Park was feeling the love this Valentine's Day weekend. Newswatch reporter Donovan Varney has more on the unique competition that embraced Mother Nature.
5 seconds may not sound like long, but when you're racing to hug as many trees as you can in a minute, it can feel like forever. This is one of the 4 events Nick Klaesner and his family competed in this weekend at the 4th annual Lake Hope tree hugging competition.
We were ready for it. We've been training for the past 2 years, getting ready for it, getting the arms loose.
And in the biggest hug event, both Nick and his daughter came out on top.
Yeah, we've got a pretty good advantage with the long wingspan, so that makes it good for a big hug. So it kind of runs in the family, passing it down from father to daughter.
Klaesner's wife says their family's been coming to this park on the same weekend for nearly 4 decades. And now, the tree hugging competition is a part of that tradition.
It's just something fun to do as a family. It gets you outside, creates a family competition that we've been talking about for now 2 years, and we'll be back next year.
And while the Klaesner family won biggest hug, it was another family that dominated the speed hugging event. In one of the closest races of the day, a mother and daughter took their match into overtime. It's exactly the kind of energy Kaylin Collender hoped nature would bring out of the competitors.
Carmela and Taya. Congratulations, everyone. So we as humans always are wanting to be around nature and nurturing nature. And in that same regard, nature is nurturing us.
Collender says this event is a way to bring people together during the park's less busy winter months and, of course, have fun.
Being with like-minded people that just love being outside, like I said, doing silly things, but also like having fun outdoors with those like-minded people. That's really my goal.
Reporting for Newswatch, I'm Donovan Varney in MacArthur.
That's a very unique experience. I might have to try that next year. What about y'all?
Oh my gosh, it sounds like a lot of fun. It was nice that it was so nice out there for them. It was feeling a little bit warmer over the weekend, but
I'm definitely looking forward to it. Next year. I'll have to go next year because I didn't know about it this year. Yeah. But in the future we can go.
Yeah, like I said, it was a lot warmer out there this weekend. Currently 47 and overcast skies. You're going to get to those lows of 33, still just a little bit above freezing. We do have a chance for some fog for your morning commute in as we head into tonight. And then tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies. Going to have that temperature high of 57. And then as we head into the rest of the week, we're going to be getting some rain moving in. We're going to see on that 7-day outlook Wednesday and Thursday. It's looking like Wednesday midday and then Thursday night that we do have a good chance for some rain, and our temperature is going to be into those almost mid 60s. And then Friday, there is a chance for some more sun, but definitely stay close just to see how much rain is possible. You do see that 30% chance of rain possible, but we might have some rain also to start off the weekend. And then as we head into this time next week, those temperatures will be back into those below freezing for those lows and those almost freezing for those highs. So these next few days, get outside while you can, just because there is that chance of rain. It won't be all day, so definitely enjoy it while you can. And then Friday, Saturday, like I said, there is a good chance that because of that kind of instability, that Thursday and Friday, there's a chance for some severe weather in there, some light thunder, some lightning in there. So definitely, like I said, stay back with us just to see how much of that rain and to see if it could get severe as we head into the weekend. And that spring will be finally done and finally feeling a little bit more like February as we head into next week.
That does it for our broadcast this evening. Thanks for watching. For Andrew and Isabel, I'm Serenity Prophet. And stay tuned for the PBS NewsHour coming up next. Have a great night.